We are live from New York. We've been covering the U.S. elections, how this election took place and why it matters to the world. We've been back-to-back covering the election, looking at what the issues are, what divides America. This has been a very, very divisive election, and the results been outstanding.
It's been shocking. It's a stunning defeat for Clinton, election for Trump. And two of our correspondents were in both camps during the election until you were at the victory party. What was it like there?
Well, you know, in the beginning I thought that Archit is going to be having more fun, but as events turned out, I think his party ended before mine.
I joined her party.
Yes, he pretty much joined my party. It was, of course, very exciting. I got to speak to a lot of people, and it was interesting to find out what these people had to say about a lot of controversial things Donald Trump has said. The wall. They genuinely think that that is going to keep America safe. Blocking the entry of Muslims, they think that again is about security because terrorists are coming in from some countries and that has to be stopped. And a lot of people also thinking that he would be better for America's economy, as well as bringing in more conservative judges, because that's apparently a big
the Supreme
story.
Court,
Yeah,
absolutely.
the Supreme Court.
One of the Supreme
Because
Court
right now they have
justices.
4 liberals and 4 conservatives. And they wanted
They're
more
expecting
conservative
2 new judges to be nominated anytime soon.
Right.
Also, you know, as I was walking in yesterday morning, I saw Times Square people with placards saying, don't get Hillary, don't let another 9/11 happen. So,
Yeah.
you know, that fear psychosis that was built over a period of time to get that. Archit, how was the scene as the results began to pour in at the Javits Center?
We went to a few different places. We started at the Javits Center. It was jam-packed. So many people, the media, people from New York. New York, of course, a pro-democratic, a blue state packed with full of lines. People excited to hopefully see the first female president. They came there with anticipation, came there to see a historic change. They certainly saw a change they just didn't expect. We were at a watch party. The mood slowly shifted as those swing state numbers started coming in. As Ohio, North Carolina, Florida, all of these,
did it.
They came in, and it was a mood of what happens at this point. Trump could actually win. He could win. He may, there's still a chance. And those hopes started to diminish. Eventually, many people just leaving crying and in utter disbelief. That's the mood, the shock that this actually has happened. A Brexit Part 2, many people say.
And Anshul, so he's saying utter shock. You know, even though Trump supporters really did want him to win, how was the mood? Were they equally stunned by their victory?
I think it's sort of in the beginning when they got Ohio, the confidence level was up. Before that, they weren't sure. Because I can tell you the number of people, when I went there, about 100, and then by the end of the evening, several hundreds. So, as they kept winning, as I was saying, the swing states, I think the mood here was building up, and people were getting very excited.
We'd even heard earlier that I think CNN said that it would be a miracle for Donald Trump to win, starting out the night around 6:37 Eastern. And as the night progressed, it seemed like the miracle was going in Trump's favor, which obviously meant Clinton's hopes. No one saw on stage. The mood just changed drastically.
You know, one of the things that has been a big upset this time, people who've come out and voted have really wanted to vote for him. For example, if you look at the exit polls that are coming out, 29% of Latinos voted for Trump. Surprising number. We thought it would be 15 to 20%. Now, one of the other group that voted for Trump was the white male.
Yeah.
That was a huge part of his vote.
In many ways, is this a vote for conservative America? Because a lot of the policies that he's been talking about were more conservative. Is this then in a sense a vote against liberal America?
Absolutely.
Because all this while that we've been reporting on several stories, one theme that kept recurring was race.
Absolutely, and the race did play a role. Also, what really did happen was the African American vote went to Clinton, but they did not vote in the numbers they'd voted last time. So that certainly brought about a change.
I think what a lot of people have described as the silent majority of this white group that no one really considered before, that they're disenfranchised, they couldn't relate to the political process, and that's what he tapped into.
That number was as high as 72%.
The rural white vote that a lot of people just didn't expect, and they came out in numbers despite people thinking Clinton was the hot favorite to win, but Clearly not.
So what have the liberals in that sense then done wrong? Because a huge part of this population has just been sort of left out.
And I think that is what we're hearing from that rural group, is that they haven't been involved. They missed that economic recovery after 2008. They're harking back to the days when life was better. They want America great again. That slogan really resonated with them.
And his change was a message for having change in the United States, making America great again. A lot of people who are unhappy with Obama said, you know what, it's time for somebody else. And that's why I think he ended up winning.
You know, one of the things Trump has said very emphatically, that he's going to go after the corruption. He feels both the State Department and the rest of the bureaucratic America has tremendous amount of corruption in it. The same message that Modi's been putting out back in India. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Mandy. It has been a beautiful week as we've got you the election from the US. America votes and why it matters.